Me, Grimlock, no like garbage.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Now I gotta be fully honest here, I'm not really one to collect chug scale figures. I'm more into the masterpiece stuff, even though I only have 3. But Grimlock here looks so good that I couldn't help myself. Let's see if it was worth it. There's so much sculpted detail on here that isn't on his animation model. Grimlock was a smooth bitch, but for his figure, they just smothered him in mechanical detail. From his hips and thighs to his chest and arms to even his back wings. There is no plain part of this figure, and it looks badass because of it. That being said, these giant holes in his wrists are pretty damn unsightly. I know it's for the transformation, but I should not be able to finger the inside of his wrist. Back to slobbering, his head is really cool, but it's weird. Grimlock's head was one of the most inconsistent things in all of G1, and that's saying a lot. But this figure is supposed to be based on his look from the '86 movie, and he just doesn't look like it. I mean, looking at him, you can tell it's the same character, but it looks ever so slightly off. But it's honestly a nothing complaint. This head sculpt is awesome. Though one thing that I will say is kind of an issue is that his back wings are pretty damn floppy, but that's mostly there to accommodate posability, and it's not too bad. For such a beefy character, he must come with some beefy accessories, right? Right? Okay, so it only comes with the one accessory, that being his dual-barreled shotgun. I know this is what he had in the movie, but come on, no sword, no crown. You're busting my balls here, Hasbro. But since that was super fast, we can talk about...
You forgot to talk about something.
I beg your fucking pardon?
You forgot to talk about Wheelie, the other accessory.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Fine. He also comes with an included wheelie minifigure. I don't know how much money they spent to make this thing, but whatever it was too damn much. Whatever amount of plastic and paint they used, it could have been used to make Grimlock perfect, but instead they gave us this piece of shit. And for some reason they gave this thing posability. I mean, it's incredibly limited and it can't really do much with it, but I guess it's better than nothing if you care about wheelie at all. You also get this tiny slingshot that can plug into his hand and that you will lose, so be careful with it. Yeah, this piece of shit isn't worth wiping your ass with, just throw it away. Okay, so the accessories might have been a bit of a dud, but the posability here is really good. From tight friction joints to strong ratchet joints, there is no joint on this figure that is too tight or too loose. It's all just so perfect. And these hip joints are a thing of beauty. They allow him to kick all the way up without getting in the way of posability in the leg. His feet are also amazing. Not only do they have a killer ankle pivot, they're so solid that even while standing on one foot and shaking the shit out of my light box, I'm not afraid of him falling over at all. Even his wings aren't all that floppy. I was just bitching. There is no pose that this figure looks dumb in. Everything you put him in, he looks badass. And his positives do not end here. A fast, fun, and simple transformation gives us this near perfect and oh, for fuck's sake! Out of all the places you could have put the screw holes in, you put it right on his fucking face. Why? Oh, and another slap in the face that they didn't even include all his fucking teeth. I literally cannot think of any reason why they didn't include it. That's just to fuck us. But ignoring all that, the dinosaur mode does look really good. All of that well-sculpted detail carries over from the robot mode, and he does have some added posability. Granted, it's not all that much. Most beast modes are pretty limited, but for this guy, it's pretty good. I mean, his dino legs are basically the exact same thing as his robot arms, just without the wrist. And one thing that I forgot to show off is you can get this knee bend here. Looks like a broken arm in robot mode, but here it actually works out pretty damn well. Though his tail is kind of useless. This thing cannot move at all, and it's more like a shovel than anything. But despite his issues, and he does have some, I still really love this figure. It's probably some of the most fun I've had handling a Transformer. And he's a really good size, both in dinosaur mode and robot mode, appropriately towering almost over anyone else. So closing thoughts, this is an amazing figure that I'd recommend to anyone who collects chunk scale stuff. Hell, if some third-party company took this figure, upscaled it, and gave it some added posability, I'd be happy to rebuy this as a masterpiece Grimlock. But yeah, that's about all I have to say. See you next time.